Welcome to the Tucson Tasty Show. I'm your host, Wesley Source, here with Pastor John McClain of Veteran Rescue Mission. Rescue Mission.
Yeah, with a W.
With the W. How you doing today?
Good. That's how my 6-year-old says it. So you and him would get along real good. So don't worry.
Fair enough. I try my best.
Yeah. I bet 6-year-olds love you.
You've got a special event coming up, and we definitely want to hit on that really quick. Tell us, it's next weekend, starting Saturday. You're going to be doing something that's a really noble cause, and definitely something that we want to support and talk about. Tell us a little bit about your 22-mile walk.
Yeah, in a teeny little nutshell. I don't know why we're putting things in nutshell, but let's go ahead. We're going to be doing the Veteran Rescue Mission March to the VA on November 11th to November 13th, where little old me is going to be marching. If you go to veteranrescuemission.org, you can donate $22 per each of the 22 miles that I'll be walking from our Homeless Veteran Transition Center through different homeless camps and letting the homeless population, the unhoused population, know about the services that are available for them, getting them need items, locating some homeless veterans, and then hopefully they'll follow me over to the VA so I can get them registered with the VA and get them connected with homeless services. And this is all to bring awareness to a report that the VA put out in 2015 that 22 veterans actually commit suicide a day. They said that number's gone up since then. Obviously, you can imagine COVID's probably exacerbated that,
unfortunately.
But our goal as an organization, Veteran Rescue Mission, is to locate homeless veterans and connect them with jobs and housing in an effort to end veteran suicide and homelessness.
Well, thank you, and definitely going to be in any support that you need. We're going to be there for you.
Yeah, you have been, brother, and it's been a blessing and an honor to have you, a fellow veteran, on this team, because we realize as veterans, if we don't step up and do something, no one's gonna. As much as I appreciate the VA and all these amazing agencies that do help veterans and get us the help we need so much more. So, it's a blessing to be able to do my part to step in where I can and have friends like you to do your part where you can.
I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. So you asked and we listened. Starting Sunday, November 19th, we will be moving to 1 full hour, starting at 3 p.m. every Sunday.
Wow.
And we're going to be able to talk to twice as many chefs, restaurants, restaurant owners about the amazing food that's in Tucson, since Tucson is the city of gastronomy.
Yeah.
UNESCO City of Gastronomy, and 23 miles of best Mexican food in the country. Man. And that's Mexican food, by the way. Throw that in there. And as a part of that, and one of the reasons why is because we're going to be adding a new segment, and it's going to be the Tucson Tasty Show, Coffee with Ron, brought to you by
the guys next door.
The guys next door and Pitcher Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, and everybody else. And Ron is here with us today.
And my cousin, and it's going to be brought by the kitchen sink.
I don't know about that. But Ron of Pitcher Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm excited.
Ron Arenas, or Ron,
Yeah, you got it right. You're doing good.
And thank you for being here today. Shout out to the people that make this possible. That's our sponsors, Kiki with Country Financials Insurance, Vera Earl Premium Beef, ERC Junction, Veteran Rescue Mission, Pitcher Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, Bella's Gelato, and Dirty Cactus Soap.
Do you need a nap?
More.
Do you need a nap, Wesley?
Possibly.
I think you do. This is definitely the most important trip in a while. But who's the one more? I need to know.
The one more is our newest addition, and that's going to be Mafia Kitchen.
Mafia Kitchen,
and you got to listen to the commercial. It's going to be a lot of fun. But she makes some of the best cannolis I've ever had.
She's
in my
amazing.
life.
She's amazing,
and she's a lot of fun. So look out for her cannolis on our Facebook, Instagram, and also a quick shout out. If you have a question or a recommendation, email it to the Tucson Tasty Show at google.com.
Okay.
That's the Tucson Tasty Show
at Gmail.
At Gmail.
Yeah, because you said it to Google. This is your finest day, sir.
Well, thank you. Yes, it's the Tucson Tasty Show at gmail.com. And we'll read the best question on air, and we'll get the recommendations on. What do you think?
That's great.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Now, we have a very special guest with us today. We have an executive chef with a mission. Well, not just a mobile mission, but a noble mission.
Yeah, and a mobile noble mission.
And he's with Mobile Meals. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Okay, and tell us a little bit, Chef Michael.
Are you
Who
okay,
are you?
Wesley? Are you all right, buddy? Do you want me to switch? You want to switch seats? Do you
No.
want to do, okay, good.
So,
Yeah, Chef Michael, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good,
Thank you for
man.
having
Welcome,
me.
brother.
Michael Lopez with Mobile Meals, Southern Arizona. My background, I'm originally from Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay.
Had moved out here in 1993 after some years in the Marine Corps.
Okay.
Nice. Well, thank you for your service, brother.
Thank you as well.
Hoorah.
Came out to go
I'm a soldier. He's an airman, so you're a Marine. So all we just need is a Coast Guard and a Navy person. And
Well,
we're
maybe
set.
a Navy person.
What?
Never mind.
we'll cover the bases. we, all the services are covered. We got
for sure. Yeah. So sorry, I'm bad about interrupting people, but,
No,
but
not a
please don't
problem,
beat
not
me
a
up.
Had moved out here in 1993 to go to chef school
Okay.
and had no desire to go back to Nebraska in the cold weather and stayed.
I can't imagine why.
Nice.
So yeah, there, go
Yeah.
figure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Nebraska was the first place I experienced negative 14-degree weather.
Okay.
It was cold.
That doesn't even seem real, but I believe you. Yeah.
It's
that
already
sounds-
snowing there, and it's a good place to be
Interesting.
from.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. A lot of people say that about Tucson, surprisingly, but I love Tucson. I came here when I was 18, and I've never left, and I may one day, though. We'll see.
So a little bit about your background. I mean, how did you get into the culinary arts?
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't sing and dance, so I had to find something to do.
You look like you'd be such a good dancer, though. Man, it's weird.
I can do a tango.
Okay.
No, coming in, I grew up. Two uncles were meat cutters in Nebraska, so I grew up,
All right.
in that world, kind of understanding, fabricating beef and cutting
Mhm.
chicken, things like that.
Right.
So, just had an expressed interest, and after the service, that career didn't translate to the civilian world. So, got a job in a hotel. I was a sous chef at a Hilton Hotel in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Worked there for a few years, and then applied to Scottsdale Culinary Institute in Scottsdale.
Okay.
Mhm.
Moved out here in 1993. I was with Marriott for 16 years.
Mm.
I helped open up the U of A Marriott Hotel on the U of A campus.
Awesome.
I helped open and design the Diamond Children Medical Center kitchen.
Oh wow.
Opened up the La Sonora at Dub Mountain
Okay.
about 3 years ago. Assisted
Mhm.
living at Dub Mountain Tangerine.
Mm-hmm.
And then about 2 years ago, I had a friend of mine, CEO Robert Jensen, gave me a call, and a new venture came up on my doorstep to open up Mobile Meals of Southern Arizona.
You just like opening up
Wow.
kitchens. That's like your specialty,
So,
huh? Opening up
I-
kitchens.
Well, I do and stay one place for a long time. So
Okay.
that's not as transient as it sounds.
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying, it definitely just as many. We've had a couple chefs on that have opened, a few restaurants, but that seems to be like your specialty. Like you're good at that.
Get it up and going and get it
Yeah.
established.
I'm an
Yeah.
idea guy.
Yeah.
You can see it and put it into practice. This was a new venture. It was from the ground up.
Mm.
So really, it was a former El Indio restaurant. We're located at 3355 South 6th Avenue.
Mm.
We converted that kitchen into a community kitchen. For 53 years, Mobile Meals has been reliant upon the hospitals, assisted livings, TMC,
Oh, wow.
Banner, St. Joe, St. Mary's to make all of our meals.
Mhm.
Last year, we did over 100,000 meals served
Oh,
to those
wow.
people in need.
Amazing.
Now, all of that food production comes all under one roof.
Nice.
COVID showed the need is much greater than their capacity could handle
Mhm.
Right.
for the kitchens. And unfortunately, we had to have people on the waiting list. And
Mm.
subconsciously and morally, that's just wrong.
Yeah.
So this kitchen was very important to open this up. We started construction last November. We opened up full service in July and onboarded our hospitals every 2 weeks through the end of August. Now we're doing all of our meals internally
Mm.
Wow.
Nice.
going out. So right
That's
now we have
super
about
cool.
2,000 meals a week going out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna. So, are the meals delivered? How?
They are delivered. We
Okay.
have 240 volunteers
Okay.
who deliver. We have 26 routes currently. Each route
Wow.
is about 10 to 12 people. People will deliver 1 day a week.
Oh.
Every Tuesday, they pick their meals up, go to the same route. They have the same clients every week, so they get
Right.
to build a good rapport, getting to know their clients. And it's heartwarming to to make that human connection.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and that's a big part of what COVID took away from us is the is the human connection, and I definitely was starved of it, and it's why I'm so active. I think with some of the networking groups is just to be around people. But then I go to Costco and I don't want to be there. And yeah.
Different audience, different audience. When you stand up in front of everybody and and introduce yourself as Wesley with the Tucson Tasty show in the middle of Costco, it doesn't go over as well.
They have mics though. I mean,
know,
with big speakers. I thought that's what it was there for.
But
We're doing a live
I've
event.
been trying to tell you that's not what you're supposed to do, buddy.
So as far as 100,000 meals last year, and you're projected to do how many meals this year?
All that and more.
Wow.
With the building the kitchen, our capacity can quadruple.
Right.
So the 5-year business plan is to stretch as far as Nogales, Douglas, Sarita, Green
That's
Valley.
awesome.
We do have some clients in the Green Valley, Sarita area currently.
Right.
Again, as we begin to grow and spread our footprint throughout southern Arizona, it's only going to go up.
Fair enough.
Wow.
Nice. Well, we're going to be talking to you again after we come back after the break, but how can people plug in and get a hold of you guys real quick before we go to the break?
MobileMealsSouthernArizona.org. Anyone can log on there, get application for to start up meal service, information, donation, volunteer work. And we're a very simple organization. We're looking for donors, people to feed, and how to fund that.
Awesome.
Absolutely. And I'm your host, Wesley Source, here with Pastor John McLean of Veteran Rescue Mission, of Rescue Veteran Mission.
Yeah, all of them. Just smush them in there.
And thank you to our sponsors, Kiki Rogers with Country Financial Insurance, Vera Earl Premium Beef. That's vepremiumbeef.com. I don't know if Chef Michael has had any of their beef yet, but
I
it
have.
is very tasty.
It's phenomenal.
21 day aged, right? ERC Junction, Veteran Rescue Mission, Bella's Gelato, Pitcher Rocks, Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Dirty Cactus Soap, and of course, Mafia Kitchen. Welcome back to the Tucson Tasty Show. I'm your host, Wesley Source, here with Pastor John McLean, and together we are the Tucson Tasty Show.
Yes, we are, with our powers combined.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do have a special guest on the phone with us. And we don't, and I apologize about that. I got the wave off from our...
Yeah, but since they're not here, we might as well just tell them everybody about the employee retention credit, huh?
Absolutely. So, John's. We're moving into John's Tasty Bites, which is going to be John's Tasty Bites, described by Chef Michael, brought to you by ERC Junction. You can find them at ercjunction.com, and that's Sean Smiley, who unfortunately isn't here today, but is such an amazing man.
It is unfortunate because his rich, deep voice, it adds so much to this show. I feel like we're actually missing something.
I'm
but
not enough for you, John.
I know. It feels like I'm cheating, but Sean's voice is even better than yours. I'm sorry.
Well, and he's such a great guy,
He's
honest, direct, and when it comes to employee retention credit for the COVID years, I couldn't imagine recommending and having somebody to partner with more. I mean, it's just down to earth, straightforward.
And to send a business referral, what do you call it? A business review.
Yeah, I can speak personally.
We have one of the clients of ERC.
We
here.
used him, and everything came out flawless. I mean, they're easy to work with, and they do what they say, and got the job done. So
right, and there's just not two ways about it. And one of the other cool things that I like about that is if you're going to ercjunction.com and you're requesting a review and you don't get any money back, they don't charge you a thing.
It doesn't cost you anything. Yeah,
it doesn't cost you a penny.
Right.
And
I wish my lawyer would do that. That'd be really great.
Agreed. No, if this doesn't go to trial, we won't charge you for
yeah,
that.
for sure.
Maybe, never mind.
Yeah.
That's a different show. And
the legal tasty show.
Those words don't belong in the same sentence. Thank you, John.
You're right.
So back to the main, the part of the show, my favorite part of the show, and that is John's Tasty Bites, the place to expand your culinary horizons. Here with Executive Chef Michael, and So usually I would say, "Hey, what did you bring us for the studio?" But there was a disconnect on my part. I take full responsibility for it, of course. And let's talk about what would be your ideal dish. Like, you've got I don't know, somebody that you admire. Who have you cooked for? Like, big celebrity.
Matthew McConaughey
Okay.
had done some work. President Bush Sr. actually came to Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune.
All right.
And we hosted dinner for him down there.
Very cool.
So that was a lot of fun. The Phoenix Suns, we'd catered when I was working in Scottsdale.
Oh, that's
We did some of
cool.
the Phoenix Suns events, put Camelback in, and the Sky Harbor Golf Course tournament at the time. It was a lot of fun.
Wow. So what
That's
year did you do the Suns?
I would have been up there in 1992.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay.
That was Barkley.
Barkley,
Nice.
right.
Yeah.
Kevin
Days.
Johnson.
Uh,
Yeah.
Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley, all those.
Yeah.
So if you could cook or if you could make something for them, what would be your ideal dish?
They're all at the same place, and you're going to make them a dish.
Well, I
George Bush,
Well,
the
that would be
son,
that would be
92
steak and
sons,
potato, right? And with
Matthew McConaughey, they're all
with
there.
chocolate. No, that was the other guy. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, that perfect dish. What is it?
The perfect dish for them. I'm a big seafood fan,
Okay.
which sounds
Okay.
ironic in the desert in southern Arizona,
Mhm.
but
That's
um,
why, probably.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
sea bass. Big fan of sea bass.
Sea bass.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
All right.
it's silky, it's smooth, it's light, it's refreshing.
Mhm.
You know, so very simple. Some lemon, thyme.
Okay.
You know, poach that off. You know, I do mine it's called in papillote. It's cooked in paper.
Oh,
So
Okay.
you fold that up together and that steams gently in there.
Oh.
Mm.
So when you uncut and you open that pouch up, just the aroma, the aromatics, and
Yeah.
you know the fresh herbs and lemon, just that makes your mouth water just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
happening right now.
Yeah, for sure. John's Tasty Bites is definitely happening in my mind right now, and it's
So what would be the side that you'd serve with that? I mean, you can't just throw something on there like broccoli or something. I mean, it's got to have something better.
that I would do maybe like a lemon dill orzo.
Okay.
You know, a nice little orzo pasta going on with
All
that.
right.
okay.
I'd avoid heavy creams, heavy sauces, things like that.
So no
Keep-
risotto.
Keep it. I actually made risotto at home last night. It's funny you should mention that.
yeah, he knows. He knows. He could sense it. Did you have
risotto?
risotto?
A little stuck in my teeth. What do we got? What do we got going on?
That's cool. So as you're mentioning, I mean, it's the thing that I think really took me about having you on the show, and you're the executive chef for Mobile Meals is, when people think of Mobile Meals, they think of, hospital food, ostensibly, so, but you're not a hospital meals chef, right? You are a real deal Holyfield chef.
We are now.
So what
right?
kind of meals can people expect when they get a meal from Mobile Meals?
Well, we have 10 different diets, so we are doing meals that are dietary appropriate for each of our clients.
Mhm.
Oh.
Right? So if they're on a cardiac diet, if they're on a low sodium diet, so whatever's appropriate for them. But again, we're hospital food with a twist.
Okay. Okay.
So we're making it fresh, making it daily. Nothing's frozen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's prepared in 1 day in advance, packaged, shipped out, and delivered to the clients.
That makes all the difference
Yeah.
right there.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
not from fresh, not frozen. I mean, that's a huge thing. I don't know if you could attest to it. I was actually talking to somebody about chili rellenos actually earlier, and I was like, the one way that you can tell that they're not fresh and they're from frozen because they just throw them in the
noticeably different.
fryer.
Yeah.
You cut into it and it's watery, and
Exactly.
and you're like, well, I'm not going to eat that. Go ahead.
Yeah, so our meals go out, and there's 2 meals served daily to all of our clients, a lunch and a dinner.
Okay.
The other day, for example, we had a chicken Caesar salad. Go out for lunch with a cup of minestrone soup.
Okay.
For
Nice.
lunch. Dinner that night was roast turkey breast, mashed potatoes, and baby carrots.
Nice,
Wow.
nice. And in the same vein as Wesley's question, because I like these theoretical questions, we'll ask you what your favorite superpower is later. What would you say is like your favorite meal to prepare for your mobile meal clients? I know it's a thinker here. I know.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
It's the D-backs, and I threw you a curveball on that one.
So I think our client, we're really looking forward to Thanksgiving coming up.
Okay.
Special meal for that. In years past, the hospitals could not do Thanksgiving meals for us. Our clients didn't have the option of getting a meal on Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Really?
So this year we're actually be serving the Thanksgiving dinner the day prior, so we won't deliver on the holiday itself.
Mhm.
But we'll still make a traditional Thanksgiving dinner for them to make sure that's available for all of our clients
That's
cool.
to enjoy and celebrate the holiday.
What are you going to make
Yeah.
for them?
That day we're doing turkey, candied sweet potatoes, green bean casserole, dinner rolls, and bread pudding.
That is
Wow,
that is
that's
a good
fantastic. Yeah.
Thanksgiving. That's a solid Thanksgiving dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I would bacon wrapped water chestnuts, maybe. No.
A little umaki going on there. I think you got that.
And how can people get a hold of you? How can they participate in providing you with support?
Our website is mobilemealsouthernarizona.org.
Mhm.
Quick and simple. Our phone number is 520-622-1600. They can call the front desk. If anyone would like a pamphlet, brochure, information sent to a family or loved one who is in need of our services, our front desk receptionist can be able to guide that process and get them set up for meals.
Wow.
Wonderful.
Well, let's just say I'm. Oh no, go ahead.
I'm
no, you got
I was
it.
going to say, and you have volunteer opportunities also, right?
We do. So we have 240 volunteers who deliver meals throughout the
incredible.
Tucson community. They deliver 1 day per week. Each route is set up with about 10 to 12 meals,
Right.
all going to the same zip code. So we're not asking the volunteers to cross the city to deliver
Right.
meals.
Mm.
They get to know their clients. They build a good rapport. They're our first eyes with our clients.
Yeah,
They see them every day. If there's any need in the client in their person, disheveled, we can make contacts to PCOA, call the family emergency. So those are our
okay.
feet on the ground
Right.
to give an assessment of really what's going on.
Wow.
Mhm. And what would you say are like your top 3 greatest needs?
We're very simple. We have only 3 aspects of our business.
Okay.
We're looking for volunteers to deliver the food, people to feed, and funding to support that.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Those are pretty simple.
Yeah, for sure. He has it down
Um,
to a science, for sure. Absolutely. And what would, and it's a fun question we always hear at the networking meetings, what would your ideal client look like?
Our ideal client would look like someone in need,
Okay.
Okay.
anyone in need. We're not age restrictive. Previously, they had to be discharged from the hospital. That's how Mobile Meals started.
Okay.
It began at TMC, patients being discharged from the hospital, and they provided meals for them going to
how
delivery
long?
service.
How long removed from the hospital?
Is part of your discharge plan and leaving the hospital, you have to have a meal service plan to make sure that
Okay.
you're safe to be in your own home.
Mhm.
That's part of your
okay.
discharge plan.
So not
No.
just elder
No.
people, just anybody getting out of the hospital. They kind of like in assisted
Anybody in need.
care at that time, and
Yeah.
they need.
The COVID years showed the needs of the mission had to change.
Right.
So there no longer had to be a discharge order to set up a meal service. So now it's
Mhm.
anyone in need can call and get
Oh,
a
wow.
service set up. So we really have expanded that throughout the Tucson community.
Wow.
And what does that process look like? Let's just say that, I got hit by a car yesterday, or not yesterday, a month ago, and I'm just getting out of the hospital, tomorrow. What is is there a cost associated for me, or what does that look like?
We are on a sliding scale fee, so it's based on your income.
Okay.
Okay.
So that goes in. There's a application process to fill out, income verification, and we can start meals within a few days.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's an amazing service, and I really appreciate you coming in today and talking with us. One more time, where can we get a hold of you?
MobileMealsSouthernArizona.org, 520-622-1600.
Thank you. And again, this segment is brought to you by ERC Junction. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Tucson Tasty Show. Don't forget to follow or to listen to us at our new time, November 19th, starting at 3 p.m. Every Sunday for 1 full hour of tastiness. Is that a good
Yum.
word?
That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Tastiness. All right.
I like it.
Tastiness on the radio.
Hey, and remember, send out an email, the Tucson Tasty Show at gmail.com. That's not google.com.
Not Google. Yeah.
At gmail.com.
And thanks, Ron Arenas with Picture Rocks Cooling Heating and
Yes,
Plumbing
thank
for
you very
joining
much.
us.
Yeah,
His
thank
calm
you.
presence.
And again, thank you to all of our sponsors. That's Kiki Rogers, Country Financial Insurance, Vero Premium Beef, Veteran Rescue Mission, Pitcher Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, Bella's Gelato, and Mafia Kitchen. Also next week, we're going to be here with Chef Lindy of Thunder Bacon Burger. I'm super excited to have him on the show, and I had a false start because I told everybody last week that it was going to be Chef Lindy.
All right, we'll see you next week.
But we'll see you next week. Stay tasty, Tucson.